Alright, good day today. Yesterday, I absolutely obliterated my core because squats and push presses were heavier than I thought they were going to be, in a good way. But still, my core is a bit achy, so that's why I programmed today to be my bench day with the harder Olympic accessories. Of course, the Olympic accessories are still going to hurt my core, just not as bad as squat will. So, you know, I'm just going on. Oh no. God. Fuck. It just keeps happening. I can't stop it. Anyway, going to 85% on bench for 4. So that's 300 on the dot, which is a fun number. I'm very confident in hitting that. So, should be fine. Yeah, no, but I'm just gonna, like, the only thing that's gonna suck is after bench I have to do snatch accessories, and I typically, you know, like yesterday, if you saw, I do squat with my more power-focused Olympic movements because my core gets obliterated on the squat, so I just do, like, power cleans or power snatches, whatever, that kind of stuff, so that it doesn't fully kill me. Because I have to go for the third day, which is today. And so today, instead of obliterating my core with more squats, we're gonna go to bench, because I like bench, that's just me. So this was the best day to put it, and I'm gonna follow up with, I have block snatch and snatch balance today for doubles at 85%. So, today should be fine, I think. It's a little late, but I think it's gonna be okay. Just a matter of, when it comes to block snatches, that one's just gotten a bit fun because I've been doing them to fix my form when it comes to getting the highest third pull and the confidence in diving underneath it without destroying my body. But, it's kind of just like I've been saying, it's kind of just a grip and rip movement. Like, you really just gotta make sure you keep your midfoot, pull straight up. Your knee should be, like, your shin part of your leg should be, like, completely vertical, because you're trying to imitate how you would be doing it in, like, if you were doing a hang snatch, or just that part of the movement in general. When you get to your knees are pushed back, and then you pull the bar into your hips, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and then the only issue that might come up, that I think I'll be fine. I've gotten, I'm normally pretty good at just being mobile and flexible enough to get through it and not really feel it. But doing bench, specifically before some snatch movements, it can still feel shitty on clean movements, but in my experience, it's a little harder doing snatch accessories after, when it's full body, because I don't know what it is, but when you pull snatch position, you use more of your bicep on that third pull than you would on a clean pull, maybe. That's just kind of how it feels. I don't know the science behind it, but it just, when I do bench first, if I feel pretty stiff, you want to be pushing it behind your head, and when doing bench first, it's just so hard to rotate my my rear delt to push it all the way behind my head. But once I get through snatch balance, at that point I'll be re-warmed up for Olympic accessories, and I'll go into snatch balance, and that's just a matter of, the only thing that I think about is, like, I'm always thinking about midfoot, but other than that, it's just locking out as hard as you can and not jumping forward, making sure the dip and drive, especially the drive, stays on your midfoot, because so many people, including myself, will get tired and they will go slightly forward, even if by half or quarter of an inch, and it fucks you up, and you jump forward and that pushes the weight further behind your head, or you'll land where you're supposed to, but now the weight is going out in front of you, so you have to chase it, or you have to lean forward, or you're just gonna fail it. And if you're already in the squat on snatch balance and the shit's unbalanced, you're not gonna catch it. Like you can sit here, but it's eventually going to go forward. You have to land with it behind your head in order to sit there and fully commit to it. But I think it's going to be fine. We're just not going to worry about it today. We're just going to it's going to be a fine day. You know, I don't really have a lot to say about it. I'm just kind of tired. I woke up at 9 a.m., got some shit done, and was like, man, I just got to go to the gym later. Let's just take a little nap. And that nap persisted until like 2 in the fucking afternoon. And I was like, well, shit. It feels like, even though I had the time to take that nap, it can feel shitty to take a nap in like the center of the day where most people are fully active. Whatever. My hair's starting to grow back, so these are starting to come forward more, and it's also trying to do that like thing where it pushes towards the center. Like when it starts being able to get some height, this middle part's gonna stick up like a fucking pyramid, and it's gonna be oh so distracting. But I have to go through that month of pain in order for my hair to get fully fluffy and beautiful again. But you know, we're here. I'm feeling good today. It's a Monday, so I think everything just feels kind of slow. But if the homies are there, we are chilling. We're gonna be just fine. I'm still gonna be fine regardless, but god damn it, when you lift with the homies, that's its own kind of pre-workout. But yeah. Hey, that's all I got, so hopefully it goes well. I think it will. It's going heavy on bench is always fun because I don't get to do it that often, especially since I squat like every single day. So whenever I get to go actually kind of heavy on bench, it feels like very deserved. But you'll see more than I see. You know, you're gonna either see me get destroyed, or most likely we're just gonna be great. We're gonna be great. So that's all I got. Great, you know, it was heavy as expected, but I had both sets at 300 for 4, and I think that shit flew. You know, it gets a little slow at 85%, but Like, it's like one of those reps where like I had it fully like tuned in, and I was like going up slow the whole way, but I knew I had it. Because you know, it's the main thing you want to be doing is really pushing your lats. I like pushing my lats like into my middle spine, or like my middle back, whatever, just so that my whole core is better braced. Not banana backing, mind you, not just like bending the middle of your core inward, but literally pushing your lats down and toward the middle of your back, to get like that full tightness, so that you can have a really good drive without really worrying about it, like I did. Block snatch went well. I was a little tight in my shoulders from bench, which happens, but I got over it pretty quick. My first set at 185, I did, like, I made the lift, you know, but I more did like a power block snatch because I didn't brace my core before, like when I fell into the snatch, so I couldn't. I'm good at like stopping my body before going into the full snatch if I don't feel like I've prepped my core well enough. So the first one, I'm gonna call a bit of a whiff, because I want to be doing full block snatches, not powers. But second one was really good, and my last top set at 185, my second double, went pretty much perfectly. Like, it felt really good, had my core straight the whole time, fell into the squat the way I needed to. The only thing that I whiffed one more. Most people wouldn't even call it a whiff. I'm just being fucking specific. But on my last rep, on my last deload set, I once again did not brace my core as well as I thought I did. I was just tired at that point, and I got lower than the first whiff I did. And I just, like, it was light enough to where I just like forced my core to sit all the way down, and basically just did a pause block snatch because I wanted to make sure I felt the full movement if that was going to be my last one. But you know, it was still very positive. I actually got better at putting my weight more on my midfoot. I'm always preaching to do the midfoot, and it turns out, I watched the video back, right before I would go, I would lean towards my heels so that my legs would be straighter. But so after I corrected that and put my feet really on my midfoot, because like the moment you pull, your knee should come back just right at, because the block snatch, the bar is like right below my knees. So the moment you pull up, your knee should just go back that tiny bit it needs to, and then you get the full snatch after that. So I was just starting with like the leaning back on my heels kind of like, it gave me the fate of hyperextending my snatch. That's why I landed further back and I didn't brace my core enough. So I guess you could say it wasn't even because of my core, it's more just because I leaned too far on my heels. But anyway, it went, and that's what matters. I had a really good top set. That's what I really like to see. So, you know, it's okay if we have a little bit of shit days, or not even a shit day, just a slightly not as good day. I'm telling everybody that if you're gonna have a shit day, just get through that shit day. And if you can get through the shit day, embrace that shit, and eat that shit, you will be able to turn that into a very good day later on in your cycle. It's always random, you can't plan it, but one of those days you're gonna have a really good day because you got through that shit day. But yeah, I ended the workout with snatch balance. That fucking flew. That was kind of wild how quick it went. I was pretty surprised. But I did my 2 doubles at 220, and like I've gotten so much better with my form on snatch balance. I used to jump forward so much because I was just really bad at controlling my midfoot after the dip on the drive up, and I've gotten really good at just the moment I can feel my drive, the moment I feel it on my toes, I can just drop straight down into it and get a really good lockout and keep my core straight without moving forward at all, and it's a wonderful feeling. If you watched the workout, you'll know that we had a bit of a depressing set where I don't give a shit. Like, it's fine. I got to record the top set, so it's whatever. But I asked this nice lady if I could use the seat they were using to record my set. And they were like, of course, we don't give a shit. And I'm like, wonderful. We're slaying. And the moment I started my set, she, of course, did her single leg Bulgarians on the seat, and it knocked my phone over right as I started. So you won't get to see that beautiful first top set at 220, but you just gotta believe me, that shit was smooth as fuck. other than the workout, I just felt like bringing up the present. You know, why not get a little philosophical, psychological for a second? Because I've been getting really good at living in the present and just, you know, you always want more. It's human. You want to be selfish, and you should be selfish. It's a very short life comparatively. You know, it feels long when you're young, but I know it's going to feel short as fuck when I hit 50, and it's going to feel like only a couple years went by. But you're going to get what you're supposed to get when you're 50, because you will be 50 at some point. You can't choose what you get. You can only put in 100% of your effort into what you want to be doing. And as long as you're putting in as 100% and accepting that what you're doing is your best, then you will get everything that you deserve. I fully believe that. You can, like, I like the saying of, like, you will always get what you deserve, but I feel like people always leave out that you will get what you deserve as long as you put in your effort. You know, it's not a matter of, like, I'm not saying force a change in your life or like just do something completely random just for the sake of doing something random. Whatever you're doing or whatever you may want to be passionate in, like say you want to go be a great salesman and you want to do business or whatever, you're not going to be a crazy good salesman day one. Like, you're not going to come to the gym and lift 3 plates on your first day. You got to start with the bar. And if the bar's your 100%, then god damn it, good for you. You put in 100%. And a lot of people don't do that. So put in as much as your 100% as you can into what you're passionate in. And again, you don't even need to put in 100% to get efforts. I'm just saying that if you put in that 100%, you will get what you deserve so much faster than you think. Like, it's like the shit that people are saying where, like, your dreams are never as far away as you think. It's because your dreams are typically stuff that is currently imaginable. It's just a matter of you jumping at the opportunity when you get the chance. That's the other thing I wanted to mention is, I'm mentioning it because I kind of just got a bit of an opportunity myself. You know, who knows where it's going to go, or if it'll go anywhere, or if I'll even want to do it, whatever. But just random, I love meeting new people, because you really get to, those are where you find your new opportunities. You know, people can say everything's contacts and the people you know in life, but I think that if you really get to build a good relationship and a friendship with these people that you get contacts with, then it feels so much better career-wise when you're doing something that came from said contacts. So, you know, I've been getting to know a really good guy. He's my age, and he is strong as fuck. He hit like a 600 double today, and he on deadlift, and he fucking rocked it. But he pulled me aside and he was like, "Hey, I got this thing going on, and it'd be cool to, if you're cool. So if you want to join me, like, I'll let you know what we're doing, and if you want to join, you can join." And I was like, "Fuck, man, I have no experience. I don't know what I'd be doing or if I'd be good at it, but I would love to try." Because the people really need to get better at just trying, It sucks because it's gonna be fucking hard. Of course it is. Because the hard thing isn't doing the job most of the time, because if you do a job for like a month, you're gonna get used to the job. You're gonna get good at it in the parts that you thought that you'd be shit at it, typically, as long as you're putting in your own effort. But it's the first step is always the hardest, and that is starting. It's new, something you're not used to. When I started the gym, I was scared as fuck, but I was really fat. I was like 225 coming out of 9th grade, and I wanted to look good and feel good and have friends. And the gym didn't, everybody knows that the gym doesn't bring the exact results that you go in for, but you you get that good mindset, those good principles, and that good discipline. So anyway, if the opportunity's there and somebody's reaching their hand out, whether you think they are or not, just ask or go for it. Because if you're gonna fail, failing's easy as fuck. Failing is the easy part. The thing that's hard to do is to get over that failure and then proceed to do better than said failure. If you can overcome your failure and then go further, and like if you're gonna PR in the gym, you're gonna fail a weight eventually. So if you fail and then come back and crush that weight a month later, I'm over the moon for you. You just did one of the best things you could for yourself without even realizing it. Uh-oh, the bump. Oh! Try to not make you fall. Okay, sorry. Anyway, that's my rant. I love talking philosophy sometimes, or just positivity even. It doesn't even have to be about philosophy. It's just whatever makes your life better. So if you're putting all your effort into the gym, that might be your life one day. It's not a bad thing. It's just what you're passionate in, you know? If I could just show up to the gym every day and get fucking paid for it, holy shit. Like, I don't post stuff on here just for the sake of posting, for clout or wanting to be an influencer or whatever. It's just fun, and it's like it's therapeutic for me. I love talking this shit out, whether it's like 2 or 3 people that see it, you know. But the idea that, or the dream or the hope or whatever, that one day maybe this effort I'm putting in will accrue to something else, and as long I'm already following the mindset that I'm going to get what I deserve, so I think it will. It might not be through social media, but whatever ends up coming out of my life, I think it's going to be awesome. Or at least I think I'm going to die happy. Whether it's tomorrow or in a couple of years or in 50, whatever, I don't know. But I think I'm going to die happy. And I am confident I will die happy. I don't know, but I've been ranting for too long. I'm already home, so the video's got to be like fucking 10 minutes long of me just talking right now, at least. But yeah, there it goes. Right at the end of the video. Wonderful. But yeah, no, if you need inspiration, go talk to humans, be around homies, do something that you're passionate in, and eventually that opportunity is gonna blow up in your face, and you're gonna be like, man, I was worrying for nothing. And I'm gonna be like, I fucking told you so. But, take it with a grain of salt. Enjoy your life.